Something I've been doing to spice up the date with a Christian man is challenge him to Bible trivia. What I mean by this is when it comes up how I paint, I whip out my artwork inspired by Bible verses that I have printed out with the verses on the back since I give them out to strangers, right? And I see if they can name all the Bible verses. I've done this 2 times so far. The first guy was able to name most of them right. The second guy yesterday, he was only to name like 2 of them right. Now, I don't really do this to judge the person because somebody could know everything about the Bible, but they don't have a true relationship with God. And somebody could not know that much about the Bible, but have a good relationship with God, right? Because really the very early Christians, they didn't even have a Bible. But anyways, it's still good to read the Bible, whatever. But as an example of this would be how with the first person that was able to guess most of them right, when it was time for us to eat because the food came out, they were about to start eating. And I was like, oh, you don't pray over your food? And he's like, oh yeah, I do. Like, I just forgot, right? Thanks for reminding me, whatever. He probably does pray over his food, right? I'm not saying, oh, he doesn't do that, right? Sometimes we do forget. You can't always judge someone either based off of that. But the second guy who wasn't able to guess all of them before we started eating, he was like, let's pray over our food, right? Usually when I pray over my food, I just do it in my mind, like especially if I'm with people that aren't super religious, right? But I knew that these people were Catholic, so I wanted to see if they were going to want to do it out loud. But I also just like to see if I'm able to convey with my painting the specific Bible verse that it is, right? And so I guess I am, because the one guy was able to guess most of them. I think that if you've heard of the Bible verse before and you've read it before, you should be able to know what the painting is about. But if you never heard that specific verse before, then obviously how are you going to guess it?